Hello everyone, welcome back to another video where I just talk about random stuff while I do sound design. So I'm just gonna get the Edison started. And today's sound design technique is inspired from a commenter on last video. If I'm not feeling too lazy, I'll put them up on screen right now, where they said to kind of mangle a sample, any sample, using E3 mono. So that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna scroll through. Actually, hang on, let me increase the volume of FL Studio for you guys. And then we're just gonna scroll through, find a cool sample, and then stretch it a ton. Let's use Wabo over here. So, yeah, shout out Spock and Step, who told us to use E3 mono, which is right here. And now we're just gonna stretch this to oblivion. Ooh. Actually, hang on. I think we need a meter sample for this. Okay, let's do that. I'm already liking this more. And I think we can work with this. So I'm gonna try not to use Destructor today because I realized that's kind of a crutch of mine when I sound design. So we're gonna go straight to wave shimmer. Ooh, okay. And then I say today to have some fun, we'll use some effector, and then I'll go into patcher and start messing with things there. Okay, and as for, I should probably start my yapping topic for today, and that's about something lighter than yesterday. I'm going to be talking about seasons. Alright, so now I grew up in a place where we had kind of cold winters, alright? It snowed, it got windy, it blizzarded out like a couple times a year. And hang on. Okay, we're gonna use ring mod, and then we will load up. I say, where is Patcher? Right here. And I'm just gonna start scrolling through some presets. What is it? Sounds like it did something, but I see a lot of people, they talk about this thing called seasonal depression, where I live, the winters you don't see the sun very much. It gets very cloudy, it's kind of cold, windy, a little bit bitter out. And I hear people talk about seasonal depression. They don't like the winter because of it. And ooh, hello. Actually, that's just noise. Let's find a different one. Let's go disperser. This is something I recognize from you know what? I noticed we're not getting anything that mean right now. So what we're gonna do, what are you? Oh, I remember. We're gonna grab a bit of what I like to call a 3x oscillator, all right? Now here's a little cheat code for all of you people that want to sound design. If you put like, say, maybe a triangle wave, right, and then you put it super duper low, and so where it's like somewhere in the sub frequencies, here, I'll get rid of that for you guys, right? And then what you're gonna want to do is feed it to the same channel as your sound design and make sure there's a distortion in there somewhere. And for some reason, that's not quite right. There we go. I think we've kind of hit the sweet spot, but I cannot lie, I do think this is a poor choice in sample. I do think this did up the meanness, but I don't like this. We got like a weather alert type of thing. Speaking of weather, though, blizzards. I think one of the main reasons I love winter so much is because when we had, a ton of snow and the roads were too icy to drive on safely, they would declare what they called a snow day. And for those of you, I don't know, if you guys don't live where it snows, basically that just says, hey, it's too icy for the school buses to safely drive, and therefore they're gonna shut down school, and you're just not gonna go for the day. And winter was a season associated with that. And so naturally, it became a very joyous time of year for those of us in school. Because, I still remember we checked snowdaycalculator.com. And, ooh, hello. Okay, I don't like this sub-bass thing we have going on, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. I will say this sample sounds so tortured right now. Um, but oh my god, I'm already maxing out like the number of effects on my mixer channel. Let's put you above. I will say, Spock and Step, you were not wrong. Maybe here, what if we try? Let's hang on. Let's put an EQ. You know, okay. I don't think we're gonna get a lot from like modulating this, but let's. Jeez. Okay. Okay, I'm starting to notice that this is just Oh, here we go. Let's go back to and let's actually let's get rid of the reverb actually. I don't think it's helping. Ooh, hello. Okay, now we have okay, I say we stick to that, alright? And then let's actually let's stretch you out maybe a little bit. There we go. Now we have something. Ooh. Just, okay, I think the strat now is just gonna be sticking things through this effects chain. Okay, that's just not it. That's also not it. Okay. Let's go back to the OG sample this video started with. Ooh. That's sick. One of the main reasons I loved winter is because this was a season associated with snow days. And if you've lived up north, you know that feeling of waking up, dreading going to school, and then having your parents come tell you, hey, you got a call, and school's canceled. Not only that, but I never really hated winter because, ooh, hello. I never really hated winter. I never really hated winter all that much because I grew up chronically online. I mean, if you know me, you know me, right? And so not too many of my hobbies involve the outdoors. And so naturally, when I was snowed in, it didn't affect me too much compared to my friends who, enjoyed the great outdoors. So that was That was another big reason. Lastly, I just love the aesthetic of winter, like the white snow capping everything. And yeah, that's I will say I do also enjoy fall because of the aesthetic. Ooh, okay. We could start like a mid-tempo song to this. But yeah, that's about it as far as my seasons rant goes. And here, let's put a couple last ones in here. Okay, last one. I love what it does with the delay tails that I have in a lot of these samples. Um, yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of summer. It's alright. Spring is the worst, I think, objectively. Fall, very valid season. Winter, in my opinion, is the best. But yeah, just a light yapping topic. Shout out Spock and Step for the comment and the sound design technique I'd used today. And yeah, that's all from me. Peace.